through this machine. Out of here. I'm so sick of this world. Okay, now let me see if I can. I don't know how long they'll stay on. Oh, okay, nobody anything. That was just me trying to tell people. I couldn't get it to go on. I had to like leave, go out, come back in, and it said, "Oh, it was interrupted." Yeah, I got started. There was no go live button. Here's Star. If anyone, this is my friend Star. Hi, everybody. I couldn't get it to go on. I had to like leave, go out, come back in. And now what? It said, "Oh, it was interrupted." Yeah, I got started. Okay, now I got a double playback. Are you guys hearing this? Star. If anyone, this is my friend Star. Hi, everybody. Does anyone know what's going on here that can help me figure this out? Okay, now I get a double playback. Are you guys hearing this? This is my friend Star. Hi, everybody. See how they mess with me? Does anyone know? This is something new. I never had this before. It's just gonna keep talking and talking. So I guess I'm gonna have to shut it down, and try to start over again. You can hear. I don't know if you're hearing it on your side, but I certainly am. Dang. Okay. I guess I have to. Before. It's just gonna keep talking and talking. So I guess I'm gonna have to shut it down and try to start over again. You can hear. I don't know if you're hearing it on your side, but I certainly am. It's. I don't know if that feedback's gonna go. Hi, hey, I haven't seen you for a while. Now, are you hearing me? Because it was doing an echo reverberation, repeating everything I said. So I don't know if I went out and came back in, but I didn't totally shut it down. Oh, it's okay though? Okay. It says there's 5 people in here, so, and thanks for the thumbs up, guys. I've got 3 already, and I haven't even started. I don't really expect, I mean, it's nice when people like it just to help with the algorithms to get me through and stuff. I look like shit, man. Thank you, though. Yeah, I haven't seen my grandson in like a week, or tomorrow is a week. I don't know, but my daughter is not even responding. I guess I have a, hi Adrienne, I have a, yeah, are you feeling them? Can you literally feel them hitting your body, the frequencies? I do. I don't know if it's because I'm sensitive or because I'm doing so much fasting and detoxing constantly every day, and I probably will for the rest of my life. What does that mean, you jolt? I jolt. Oh, you feel the jolts, like, yeah. I mean, they wake me up in the middle of the night all the time, around usually between 2 and 4 a.m. So maybe it varies with the changing of the times, you know, like daylight savings time and how they spring forward and fall behind. So it could go from 1 to 3 or 3 to 5, but it's usually between 1 and 5 a.m. that they hit us with these frequencies. So we, yeah, it's usually around 3 on average, but like sometimes, like I said, with the change of the time frame, it changes up the time like that. So I wonder if I'm allowed to even do this. I have this. I wanted to show. I had a whole video, and I tried to post it, and then it just was on this pending waiting lists, and I thought, oh shit, that probably means they're gonna give me a strike or something. So I just didn't. I took it down. I didn't keep it up. So and I'm trying to tell people what I do. You're feeling them from your phone. They're going to be coming from all different directions. I don't know, you know, if it's, I'm not sure exactly what the cell towers are doing, but it seems like when I'm within a half a mile of a cell tower, I feel bad. I feel my whole body is like at effect from like my hitting, and there's so few people talking about this, and they're getting away with it. You started on the 4th of what? The 4th of this month, the 4th of July, the 4th of forever. I mean, I've been going through this for years, just recent, but it is getting worse more recently, and I'm feeling so bad. And I'm like, I think what they're see, look at all this they're doing. What's happening now is not the same thing that was just happening a few minutes before that. I live in the middle of nowhere, but every once in a while I feel the frequencies. Well, yeah, you probably won't feel them as much as you feel them in the city. And I'm not in a big city. I'm not like in Seattle. I'm like a couple hours. Heavy duty shit's gonna be going down there pretty soon, or I feel like maybe, I mean, I'm not giving any dates or anything, but I think, just because this time of the year, it's like Halloween time, the veil is thin. And what is CL? Columbus? That's an abbreviation for a city, right? Hmm. But, no, people are not talking about all the nano poisoning and the food poisoning that's going on in the stores. Cleveland, right? Well, what's the LE stand for? The other part of it. I don't know what that means. So. But I was hoping people would come and share their own experience, because if people don't talk about this, they think they're the only ones going through it. And we need to help support each other, and to help stand up against this and fight back. Everybody's just so focused on all these bullshit, phony wars and stuff going on. Oh, okay. Airport code. So that's what it is at the air. I haven't been to the airport. I haven't been on a plane since before 2000. That I never went on a plane again. So I think the last time I was actually on a plane was when I was pregnant with my daughter. And I don't know if I ever went. I might have. No, I had to have gone since then. So when was that? But I haven't been. I never, never had to take my shoes off or do none of that, kiss their ass kind of shit. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm in like the parking lot out, like across from or near the Fred Meyer's. So I don't know, and then I started getting that stuff saying that it's these microwaves. I mean, towers are near me. Shit. Okay, I didn't see it all. See, I'm only getting to do one message at a time, and I have to keep hitting on the thing every single time. Oh, yeah. I know it's been getting harder to breathe and to walk and to do anything that takes any kind of effort for me. Like, I'm usually a really super strong person. And granted, I've been under a whole lot of stress. I mean, I have literally been in shock. That's why I haven't been coming on and doing my live streams and everything, because I'm capable of it, just because of what I'm being put through. And to me, it feels like they're trying to get me and other people to try to kill ourselves. I don't know if anyone gets this. Like, you get thoughts in your head that aren't of, I get thoughts that are not mine. I know how I think. I've been living in this body for over 70 years. I know how I think. And they're being manipulating my thoughts, and I'm sure I would say that, yes, but I don't like using that term because that's their term. So, but definitely I am at effect by that. So it's like, and it seems like whenever I say the things I say, I get attacked even worse. And I'm sure other people are going through this too, but nobody's talking about it. So they're suffering in silence and they're not sharing their stories to get people to get on board with it so we can stand up, as a group to stand up for ourselves. This is really kind of, well, I don't want to, the words are kind of, but I don't know. See, now I've changed my whole take on the whole God thing. I no longer believe in God. I think that's a mechanism to manipulate us. And I may lose a lot of people right here with this, but I still have to say this because if this was such a good world, and if that was such a good God, because there's so many gods, we don't even know which God we're worshiping. So it could be some evil entity, and it's starting to look that way. To me, I'm going by observation, what I've seen over all these years and decades, that is not like it used to be. And people that haven't, people that are under 40, I would say, don't have really a clue of what it used to be. Yeah, we are actually full of, we have operating systems in our body. And now, in my research, I have found, well, I've been doing, that I've been doing the food thing, and I think what's happening is the food has been hijacked as of early 2020, around, along with the the pin, being medically raped, stabbed, or whatever. They are putting the same stuff that's in the food system. So you are getting it whether you like it or not, just by the fact that you bought that food. That gives them the consent that they need to do it. Think about it. They can't do anything with consent. So that money is being used against you as a weapon right there, because once you pay food, whether it's at a store or a restaurant or anywhere, you're giving over, you are buying, with your money, you're voting with your dollars, you're consenting with your dollars. And now they're bragging about using H2O for what? Well, I'm not sure which thing you're referring to there. So I'm going to be hitting on my medicine. This is my medicine YouTube. And I even have doctors' approval for, hold on, lighter. Got my little thing here. Okay, I don't know if any of you guys do this, but I do, and it's too bad there's a lot of people abusing it. But this helps me so much on so many levels. 60 to 70%. I think it's at least 80% or more. And that's why I do the water thing. Here's my water. Always got my plasma. This is plasma. And our body is, do you know how much they pay people for plasma, or how much they sell plasma for? These poor drug addicts that go and give their blood or plasma, and then they get like a measly $20 when they're going to get like thousands of dollars for that when they sell it. And they're getting it from drug addicts, from, like what's that one company? I forget the name of the company that's collects the blood and sells the blood. Yes, we are I think that we are in World War III, and have been. I have to keep drinking my water because I'm trying to get at least 3 of these in a day. That's 3 quarts, and that's not a whole lot. I used to drink a whole gallon even when I weighed less. So I think the formula is a half an ounce of water per pound of weight, but you do not want to drink distilled water by itself without salt in it, because that will leach the minerals out of your body. So you put the Celtic salt in, and that gives you 82 minerals that we need, and it hydrates you at the cellular level. I actually like the taste of the water better with the salt in it than by itself. So I fill up my container of salt, and I go through one of these about a week or so in time. So I probably put in about a tablespoon per gallon, but I usually make it like a quart at a time. So I put in like about a teaspoon, but you could start with a half a teaspoon. And it helps. People are so afraid of salt because they were programmed to be. Yeah, the distilled water has nothing in it. It's sterile. It has no minerals at all. But also, I have seen distilled water sold saying not sterile. So then it is not distilled water if it's saying it's not sterile. So anyway, needless to say, I have not been feeling very good, mainly because of the stress, because I bought this vehicle and there's so many problems with it, I can't even afford to keep it. So I'm trying to fix it up and sell it. Someone was interested, so I'm going to have to sell it because I cannot afford the gas. The guy told me it gets 15 miles to a gallon. Well, I figure he's probably exaggerating by a couple miles anyway. Probably be like 10, because I know these things are like usually around 10. I said probably 12 at the most, and it turns out it's only like, I'm only getting like 8 miles to the gallon. I've already had to replace 2 batteries, the deep battery and then the front battery for the truck part. So, I mean, it's nice to have it, and it costs more than the thing is worth to fix it, I think. But someone was interested, and I told them the problems with it. So someone might buy it from me, and then I'll probably go back to get a different van or something, because this is too much for me to take care of. I am not in good enough strength or health. I mean, I'm in good health, but except for what the frig they're doing to me. And so it's hard to function at this level. So, shit, it's just awful. And, it's awful for me to have to admit defeat, because this is like killing me, breaking me down, what they're doing. And I can tell they're trying to get me to commit suicide, unlive myself, and other people too. And they're actually doing it. And I am not suicidal. I'm going on record right now to tell you, if anything happens to me, it's not because of me. It's not because I did it. Not defeat, it's being smart. What does that mean? I don't know what you mean by that. But I just want it, like some of these people that are actually being murdered, I think. I mean, some of these YouTube celebrities, I'm assuming that they're really dead. I don't know, like Davy Crockett, James Munder. So if you ever hear me say I think they're trying to munder me, that's what I mean. That's my code word for just change that one letter to an R. So I don't know if anyone gets these thoughts. I know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I think, and I feel like they're trying to take me out because I won't shut the fuck up. Sorry for my language. I'm trying to tone down my language because I think that's another psyop out there that people are, they're trying to get everybody to swear because they're trying to degrade everybody and stuff. So I actually was in an explosion about, I don't know, at least 10 years ago, which broke my filters. That's when I think I started when I really started waking up from that. And it was an electrical explosion. It was right under my bedroom. I told them at least 3 times, something's wrong downstairs. There's an electrical room right under my bedroom in this apartment building of 60 apartments in it. And damn if that thing didn't blow up. And then it turned out that they were $200,000 plus in arrears in their in the code. They weren't up to code. Yeah, I'm kind of, my daughter would vouch and say that I've always been like, knew something was not cool with it, that something was going to evil was happening, and I couldn't explain it or pinpoint it or anything. I just knew. I still don't have a smartphone. This is as much advanced tech as I have right here is this iPad that I'm using, and it's a Generation 6 iPad, and it had what do you call it, a cellular data attached to it so I can pick up Wi-Fi on it. So that's my most advanced they might have told the AI to mess with the red listers. What are the red listers? I'm sure I'm on lots of lists, blacklisted. I like quite a few channels that I like to be involved in the chat. I'm not allowed to, so I get like shadow banned in a lot of places, not just in the chat but also in the comment section. What is that saying? What did you just say? Gen 6 now. What does that mean? Explain that for us, Ray. I always think of Amy Winehouser with her Ray. Oh, we got a new person here. Clairvoyant amnesia. Damn it. Sorry, because it just knocked it off. I can't read. I gotta go. It's not letting it come up now. At all. Here it goes. It shut off. Well, I've probably been on some lists for a long time. I think, I don't really know the Bible that well, but I know of certain things, and I can tell people some things, but I don't really, I'm not that learned in the Bible. I never was. I've never been religious. And I always believed in God, and now I don't. I just don't anymore. I keep wanting to like talk to God or something. It's like this is no God. I don't think I'm talking to any God except maybe some evil God that they created for us. And I think it's a control mechanism that they're manipulating us with this whole God thing. And I just really don't want to be here. I want to be out of here, but I'm not going to kill myself. I won't do that. Shit. This is what I do at this day. I don't do it unless I have to drive. I won't do it until later. I usually will, until I'm done with the day. I know it's really hard to not trust people because I've always been a trusting person, but now I'm seeing that people are not trustworthy. People are more, I just, occasionally I find someone that I'm really impressed by. You know, there was a young guy yesterday. He was only like 22 years old, and he was working at a Les Schwab, and he took my wheels off, checked my brakes, did all this stuff on it. He didn't even I didn't even get charged for it. So Les Schwab is good like that. You know, they did a whole bunch of stuff for me. They put in the battery I had. They took out this old crappy battery that was in there 2017 and put in the newer one I had. I mean, it's 3 or 4 years newer, but it's not brand new, but it was still fully charged, and it made my car run better because every time I got in to start the vehicle, I had to get out and jump it. I had to jump it every time if I set it off. You can't type what? Man, my fingers get really, I feel the electrical energy or whatever coming out of the screen when I don't have a smartphone, but when I use this iPad, like for certain, you know, when I'm using my finger touching it, I can feel that whatever. Maybe it's the graphene I feel. What do you think? Okay. You have to cloak your, I can't read it, this end, with the layers of your work. Some won't see it, but others. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people I notice when I'm in certain chats that I can't, people, I'm giving out like such valuable intel, and you could see no one's responding to it. And I have to ask if I'm even there, if I'm showing up, if, you know, make sure I'm not shadow banned. And then some people will say, I see you, Kat. So then I know I'm there, and they are just, no one is seeing it. They just want to stay focused on Russell Brand or the fucking Ukraine bullshit or this, all these distractions. They're literally distractions. I don't believe any of these fucking wars are real in the sense that of the way they tell us. What's that word? I didn't see the whole word. Circumlocate, is that what you mean? Yeah, well, you know, I was wondering about that too, because I'm starting to think that even though the algorithms, you know, we can like hobo code around them and stuff like that, it probably doesn't take long for the AI or whatever to pick up and, you know what you're saying. Do you think that? Like it like I try to talk around things, but I think they still know my intent. So sometimes I don't even know if the words matter. I mean, they do to a certain degree because I know I got strikes just for talking about, and I was only talking about my daughter's experience with her doing it. And they gave, and it wasn't like I was telling people what to do or telling them not to do it or anything like that. So, but the thing with YouTube is whoever has a channel here, and you can, if you want, you can post your links to your channel in the chat. Oh, I don't know if you have to be maybe a moderator to do that. Oh my God. So, who's talking about Santos? I just saw Santos' name go up there. So let me get back to Santos here. So, here, are you talking in favor of Santos? Because I am not supporting that man. He unfortunately, I feel bad for him, but I think they got to him. They're messing with his mind. He is so far gone. I mean, just that he's calling everybody a see you next Tuesday and all these kind of F words and just degraded grossness. Go look, even just Steven just at the Standity machine just did one on him. I was trying to get him to do it. He says, "Why don't you do it?" Well, actually, I was talking with Santos. I was even going to Mexico and maybe go down there and hook up with them. And then it's like, then I started getting like not knowing that Santos was not what he said he is. He's not a good guy. He's not. He's fucked up from the fucking vegan shit. He doesn't know how to think straight. And he literally threatened me. So I know, and I wasn't doing anything wrong or anything like that. And he says, well, if you disagree me, I'm going to block you. Just for disagreeing with him. And if I wanted to get some help, because I needed, like I was asking questions about getting over the border, he goes, okay, go talk to Rebecca. And then it turns out I have to join his thing, and he was charging $50 a month. That's a lot of money for most people, let alone me and my measly $900 a month. That more than half of it just goes to gas. Now it's going to like 3/4 of my is not. I don't know. It's probably I like it. I can't. I don't think I can keep it. I just don't think I can. So I have to find something else smaller that doesn't use as much gas. But anyway, back to Santos. He was coming to my channel because I think he's suffering from Morgellons, but I don't hear him ever talking about it. The most I ever heard him say is that he gets the histamine released because he says he itches. So, like, I don't know what, he has the symptoms and the signs of it, but then he wasn't talking about it on his channel. He just wants to talk about all his astrology stuff, I guess. So not to discount astrology, but I don't think it's the astrology. I don't think they're giving us the real astrology. Now, I would trust more like Lolita. If anybody knows about Lolita, you should go check out her channel. So she thinks a lot like I do. She's like one of the very few people who I can relate to, or that thinks like I do. And, like talking about getting out of here and collapsing the matrix and stuff. I gotta be careful I don't drink my bong water. I almost accidentally went like that. Because that'd be kind of nasty. I have in here, you can see this level right here. Oh, it's getting messed up because I'm moving it. Right there, it's collecting. It shows you how oil collects toxins and crap and stuff, and it would take it out of our body, just like I have here. I put in different, sometimes I put in turpentine, which is essential oil of pine. I have Scotch pine. I have all these different types of pines and stuff like that. So when I put it in, I'm getting a, what do you call it? An aromatherapy session. Like a peppermint. I put it in my eggnogs that I make with the raw milk. And it's like duck egg season is kind of going away. So now that it's the season for the flu season now, I've avoided getting the flu so far, but I'm feeling a little bit like I might, the weather changed because it just got really cold here. So it went down into the high 30s a few nights ago, and last night 40s. So it's getting really cold, and I had no heat or anything. So I switched out the batteries, and then I was able to have some heat for, so far it's staying. So I have an appointment to go back to the guy that's helping me try to figure shit out for this, but they said that he was advising me to go take him to small claims court because of how he lied to me. And I gave them all the money I'd been saving up all this time for how long, and I just trusted this guy, and I should not have. But he flat out lied. So I could see some of the things that he didn't mention, but he should have told me that. So I think I'm gonna have to sell this and get a smaller vehicle, something that's more reliable. If this is how I have to live, this is how I have to live. The vehicle I had before was a temporary vehicle. It was too small, so I was still saving up the money to get something more like this. This is a little bit bigger than I thought I would get, but it turned out it was a good price, but it was a good price because there were so many things wrong with it. So anyhow, I mean, it's still a good vehicle. It still does things. It has this solar panel thing. Does anybody know about how the solar panels work on top of an RV? This is a small 21-foot RV. I wouldn't be able to drive one. And the thing broke the backup camera. So now I'm solely reliant on the side mirrors, and I'm not used to using I'm used to using the rear view mirror mostly. And now, so if anyone, what I wanted to know was if, okay, like I wanted to put a tarp over, I wanted to put a tarp over top of the roof to prevent the rain from seeping in, like in the cracks and stuff, because it needs to be resealed and, you know, whatever you call it, like to put the sealant on it to waterproof it. So until such time as that can be done, I thought about putting Ariel, hi, how you doing, hon? So if anybody knows, I wanted to know if I could, okay, there's a solar panel up there. I know nothing about solar panels. But I have this thing in here that's not a usual thing. What's a matter of time for what? I don't know what you're talking about there. No, I did not achieve what I was looking for. Sorry, dude. I did not. I thought I did, but not. So anyway, I wanted to know if anyone in here knows about the solar panels. If I can put a tarp over top of the roof to keep the rain out, and put the solar panel on top of the tarp, because the tarp would create interference, and it wouldn't serve the purpose of having the whole solar panel. So what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, Ariel. But does anybody know the answer to that question? Anyone here know about the solar panels? Yeah, I got the RV, but I can't keep the RV. I can't afford to keep it. It's too much work, and it's too much in gas, and I just can't do it. And I mean, there's a lot of responsibility. Like, I still have to learn how to change the tanks, you know, the gray water tank, the black water tank, and there's an actual little panel that shows you, that lights up to tell you if they're empty or if you need to or whatever. Will Prowse, is that someone on there to look up for the stuff I'm talking about? So anyway, that is broken too. The wiring is in there. But I know it still kind of works because I opened it and tried to mess with it, and I saw the lights flash on. So it's got to be just a loose wire, but I don't know how to, I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. So I have an appointment. Well, I was supposed to go tomorrow, but I can't because I have another appointment at the same time. Like I don't usually have appointments, but in 1 week I got 2 appointments on the same day at the same exact time. So I had to cancel the one till Friday, because the other one's like every Wednesday, and I don't want to wait another week. So but if anyone knows if that's possible, I didn't actually talk to the guy. I talked to his wife, so she said she wasn't sure. So I said I'll buy it anyway, and then if it can't be done, then I'll just return it. Okay. Okay, so I will. Thank you. Damn, I don't know. Nah. Shoot. Will Prowse. Okay, I gotta write that down so I don't forget. Will. Because I looked up other videos for Prowse. Was it? Come on. Prowse. Yeah. Okay, got that. Okay, So I don't know. I'm gonna fix it up so that I can sell it in good conscience to someone else, not like it was sold to me. This guy, I can't believe that he lied so bad. I asked him specifically, does it have any leaks in it? He said no, and the roof won't need resealed till like next year. The roof is a mess. There's all kinds of leaks and holes and needs sealed up there. And then we found out that the hot water tank, they didn't winterize it, and the water froze and expanded and exploded the whole thing. So that's like a $10,000 job right there in itself. So I don't have a shower. I don't, there's certain things I don't have in here, but so I can't even go anywhere because I'm only getting like 7 miles to a gallon. I can't. How far can I go? I drove all the way to Florida, remember? Ariel? It would cost me thousands of dollars to go to Florida again now with the price of the gas and with the amount of gas that this thing eats up. I can't even do it. And that's my main thing I want to do, is to be just traveling. Just traveling around the country, seeing the beauty that is there. And meeting people and just just doing my thing. I don't want to sit in one place for the rest of my life, but if I'm getting less than 10 miles a gallon and I'm used to getting over 20 that I got in my minivan, that actually turned out to be a pretty good car for just a temporary car. So but that is just way too small, and I don't absolutely need something this size. It's like a super big van. I was looking for a 19 foot, and this is a 21 foot. Makes it more difficult for parking and getting in and out of parking places, finding a place to park overnight where the cops aren't going to hassle me. I don't know, is anyone here doing like the van life or living in their car or RV or anything on the road, basically? Because I don't mind it. I mean, I have always been a gypsy by nature. In some circles, to be called a gypsy is a bad thing, like a slur. But I don't see it that way. It's just, and I'm Slovak gypsies, from Romania and the Slavic countries and stuff like that. I don't think it's a bad thing. So, but some, like some people have told me, oh, that's, you don't want to say that in front. It's like, I'm not saying it to be mean. Oh shit, my light went out. Oh no, it didn't. It's almost going out though. So I don't know if anybody uses these little, my daughter bought me some of this. I still have it from years ago. These little hemp, they're beeswax coated hemp. And then you just light a candle, and I have beeswax candles. I don't use soy candles. And then you light the thing with it. I do this sometimes. I only do like 2 small bowls. It's not even a big bowl. If you saw, it was just a little bowl. I only do like 2 a day. I don't do a lot. I don't abuse it. I use it to help me relax. I use it to help me sleep. I used to have to do it to help me eat because I had no appetite, and I got down under 100 pounds. So I got way too skinny. So I don't know why women want to be so skinny. It's not healthy. Well, and also here's one of my candles. It's an owl. I got a couple different ones just for like festive season. This is a pumpkin. Oh, and I have a frog. A froggy. These are all beeswax candles. So, and I got to show you this one. This is my little bird. So it sits and it's on an angle like it's pecking at the ground. So, but I usually, they're my fancy ones, but I usually just get these little votive ones. Whoops. And then stick it just in jars that I already have going. So that also, it gives me a little bit of light, like ambient light, which is nice. I like candlelight, and I sometimes like sort of meditate into the candle, like looking into the fire and just trying to clear my mind and go to the void and try to check out of this world as much as possible. So, and they also give off negative ions, which is a good thing. Negative ions are good for us. So that's the goodness of the beeswax. It is kind of expensive, but that's my big treat to myself. And I use it for heat. Like I keep it going in the bathroom, and I close the little curtain and stuff like that, so the light is more back there. But it gives off, a little warmth. I don't know how much it actually heats it, but in my studying about this whole doing all the things I need to learn about this thing, I was learning that propane. I was thinking, okay, the guy told me there was no leaks, and then I'm finding out there's all kind of rot, and the whole thing blew up and exploded or whatever. And I told him that I had lung surgery. I lost the lobe of my left lung to a mold spore. And he said, "Oh no, there's no mold. Do you smell mold?" Well, you can't always smell mold. I didn't see mold. I smelled like necessarily that was mold. But when he said that there was no leaks, but then I found multiple leaks. And so now I can't have it mainly on that because I can't afford to fix all the leaks, because that would be running into thousands of dollars to fix that I don't have. So, and I did the GoFundMe. Well, my daughter put up the GoFundMe when I broke down from the other vehicle, saving up that, trying to find another vehicle that I could afford. Oh, my friend Ariel is here. How you doing, Ariel? I like your exercise videos you've been putting up. I should check out Ariel. That he does like naturally, because we don't believe in the gyms and paying all this money to go run on a machine when you could go climb a tree or do dance or make movements, tai chi, or whatever, even if it's wrestling with your friend or whatever. It's exercise. Just stretching to pick an apple. Oh, I did that today. There was an apple tree right around the corner from here. Had all these big apples. I'm not sure what kind they were, but they were like fully, like I reached up and was pulling on the branch to knock some of them loose. Only a couple fell down. But as soon as they hit the ground, it like smashes the apple inside. So it's like applesauce then. So, but, why should you pay the money to get a membership, to have to drive and use gas and, pollute the air or whatever to get to the gym? And then some people will drive around literally looking for a really close place, get a parking place, and they park there, and then they go inside, and then they get on the treadmill, and then they walk. Do you see how insane that is? To pay to be able to do that, give your consent, pay your dollars, so you could walk on a metal machine rather than walk on the soft earth barefoot if you can. It's just insanity. I mean, I got one of the original gym memberships. They weren't always around what they are now. So I did it with my mom, and we joined one of those. And, it's like kind of a new thing or something like that. But it's not necessary. It is so not necessary. And then, they got people, and for me to go in there and watch these other people with their masks all cover them all, on the machine, breathing all their waste into the fucking mask, and then breathing it back into them, and they're not breathing fully. They're suffocating themselves, because in the name of health. It's just crazy. When I see these people with the masks on, it just does not compute. I just don't know, like, how to deal with people doing this. So sometimes if they're talking to me and they're talking through a mask, I'll just keep saying, I can't hear you. I can't understand what you're saying. And keep saying that to them. They get frustrated, and then they take their mask off and start talking to you. You don't even have to ask them to take it off. Just keep telling you, I can't hear it. I can't hear you. I believe one can train just standing straight. Yep. I exercise in bed doing stuff, resistance and things like that. Yep. Yeah. Ariel's all about, like, he's got the warrior energy and the strength. He's super strong. Very strong. So how was your trip to Miami? Did you have fun with your family on your birthday? You just had a birthday last month. So I'm really sad about my daughter not. She's being a total NPC now, and I don't know how to deal with this. It just seems like she's ignoring me on purpose. Not respond. It's been like a week now. I haven't talked to her, and I don't know what to do about it. So, I mean, we're not fighting. We didn't have. Nothing happened. It's just she's in the mindset of laying down with a ground of bed to you. What? Shoot, it went off. Okay. You could do a lot of training. You gotta let normies be normies. Yeah, I'm letting her be, but she's not even talking to me. So I don't know if she's mad but she's probably just under the spell. I think sometimes just my presence makes her aware that she has taken these and is maybe a little embarrassed that she has, and she's not defending that at all. And we don't really talk about it. I said my say. I told her, I said, she knows I'm like totally against it, and I don't like that she's given them to my grandson, which is her own child. She can do whatever she wants like that. But I think sometimes, and maybe she's experienced, I hope that she, like, her ego wouldn't allow her to admit that she's going through something because of it. I know that it is. It's like, that's why I was saying that people who are Christians, I bet a lot of them, at least, the fake Christians, not all Christians, but, the ones that are pretending to be Christians that can't even defend their own faith. If you ask them a question, they just scream at you, or just don't have an answer, or they just have that circular thinking, or they revert to something else, but they will totally avoid answering the question. I don't think that most of them, that type, could even be around Jesus, the person they say they love so much and they worship and depend on, and he's going to save them and all this. Well, I got news for you. Nobody's going to save you. But just the fact that they think they have this great relationship with Jesus. Now, if he's a real person, I believe that his Merkaba, I guess, for lack of a better word, the glow, the essence, his divinity and Christ-likeness, they could not handle that. Because if they can't handle me or Ariel or some of you who probably know what I'm talking about here, then they can't even defend their own position. They could not, I don't think they could be around Jesus or somebody like Jesus. So, I mean, I have nothing against Jesus. My candle just went out, so it's got that smoke coming up heavy. Shoot. Need to light another candle in there. Put my little. Let's see if this one will fit. Sorry, guys. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Need a different container for that. Sorry. Ah, shoot, I gotta pick that out of there then later. Okay, I lost my candle. So does anyone know what I mean? I don't know if this is not showing. People are probably saying something. Oh, okay. Darn, I wish that would stay up. I have one of these cuts on my head. It hurts so bad. I don't know if you can see it. Does anyone else here suffer from the Morgellons cuts? I mean, you could see there on my face and everything, but this one up here in my head, oh my God. So much biofilm coming out, I guess, because I'm constantly detoxing it, so. But my hair is different right now. Am I starting to get the Sloan Bella thing going on here? That's why my hair is different. I've been cutting it till I do some nation. I got all kind of makeup and props and the sunglasses and the whole 9 yards. So you'll have to come back and see me when I try to do this. But I'll probably be so anxious to get the makeup off. I mean, I'd be justified wearing makeup trying to cover up all these cuts and everything. But I just don't like the idea, and people have no idea what is in those cosmetics, and I'm surprised Sloan Bella doesn't know if she's the psychic that she says she is. If she can pick up some of these things, why isn't she knowing about how bad that is? And she doesn't. Well, I'm not gonna go into that, I guess, but anyhow. So I am just anti-makeup. I'm like so natural. I don't have tats. I don't have piercings. I did get my ears pierced a long time ago, but I haven't even been wearing earrings. I don't wear anything metal. The closest thing I wear to metal is like maybe buttons or something like that. But I don't wear any jewelry or anything. And I used to never go out unless I had my earrings and my lipstick. That was my whole that's all I did for makeup or whatever, beautifying and stuff. I just wore my makeup and my earrings, and that's all. I didn't put all this eye stuff on and a little cake, all that. Yikes. So I've been wanting to do this for a while. I mean, literally years ago, I was going to do it, and I started to get into planning on doing it, and then her son was murdered. It sounds like he was pretty much taken out, but we don't know for sure, but it seemed like it. But also one of the things that she found out too was he rode his motorcycle. It looked like there was a car that like railed him off, and I think, I'm not positive, but I thought there was a couple other guys who went to this bike shop where they got the motorcycles fixed, and like he was the third one to come from that got either killed or in an accident coming from that same place. So I have to get clear on that. But anyway, what happened? He got ran off the road, like, and he went into a mailbox. You know how they have the mailboxes there. Well, the mailbox should have, and I don't know if it's a law or not, but the mailbox should have just fell over. But it was like metal that was put into the ground, into cement or whatever, and it didn't budge, so it cut him right, like cut off his leg and just right from, because it didn't break away like it should have. So he died pretty instantly. And then they wouldn't let Sloan go over and be with him, but there was some other photographer or something there that they allowed to go over and take pictures of her son, but she couldn't be with her son, or his brother couldn't be with him. That's awful what they put her through, and she's still fighting it. So I don't and she was looking for the witnesses of the accident that happened in Chatsworth, California. And so there's a whole ongoing case, an investigation to possibly prove that it may have been an intentional thing or something. So I don't know if that was like the universe attacking Sloan, and what a way, I mean, like in the worst way to take your child away from you. It's awful what these freaks are capable of doing. They can do anything they want. People think that, oh, and they're saying stuff like, oh, they messed up, or they are evil genius. For you to call them stupid shows how stupid you are if you're calling them stupid, because they're anything but stupid. They know what they're doing. They're not stupid, but they are freaking evil. So, let me see. Who's saying what here? Anything? Whatever they're going to know, you're not alone in this, in the craziness that's going on. And there's a lot of stuff, being put out there as distractions, like, I don't know. Y'all, yeah, make a list. I'd like people to make lists of their skill sets to share and talk highly of yourself, disabled and incapable and not sure of yourself, and your own self down, or allowing other people to put you down. So I know sometimes when I talk about myself and, say my credentials or this or that, you get triggered. Like, we should be supporting each other in our creativity and our crafts, the things that we do well. We should all be sharing that. And so, I mean, I'm in the room to be able to do like mobile massage. So my table is so big and there's really no space for it. Actually, I don't know. I can't complain though for right now. I'm just gonna go off, and I'll try to come back on in a couple days after I get a little bit more. So I'm very stressed out. So just send me some good vibes. You don't have to pray on me. I don't want any praying mantises. So, but love, and not the love and light new age crap. I'm not into that stuff at all. So, just good vibes and good frequencies and stuff. And back to you in a couple of days. Everyone is doing super well, so maybe I can go off here, like stop this. How do I stop it? So, how do I stop it? Shoot, I forget. And at 66, maybe I can go for 20 more minutes, not minutes, seconds. Okay, end the stream, and it should go off here. 6. Oh, it says 6656, not 6666. I don't even know if you can hear me, if it's doing anything at all. So I'm just going to end it right here. Come on, end it.